Boom, 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 boom. 250. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? 250. I am doing great. I am doing great. 250 Gemstones Culture. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I got another bomb live for y'all. Before I begin, y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, that share button, that notification bell. Pass me around, Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chizzing. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Also, don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel, Michael T. Porter Music. My music will be up there, and I'll be covering all of our favorite artists and all of our favorite genres, from hip-hop to blues and R&B. Also, check out my other YouTube channel, Michael Skits and Stories. Oh, man, you're going to see your boy in action. You're going to see your boy behind that camera, getting his acting all, keeping y'all entertained, and still teaching y'all something. There's some lessons. There's some lessons in everything that I do. Yeah, y'all enjoy yourselves. The revolution is kicking off over here. Over here. Boy, oh boy, what else I got? Oh, membership. Got to take care of this business. Members, sign up for that membership. Sign up for the membership. Get all them sweet perks. Get all of them sweet perks. We got to get it in. We have to get it in. Members. I got a story for y'all out there in Mississippi. They acting a fool. Let's see. Hold on. This man was ran over. Man was ran over by the cops. And he's running from the cops, and the cops ran him over and got him up out of here. Sent the 17-year-old man upstairs, youngster, sent him to the upper room. I don't know why he was running from the cops. We're going to dive into this and see if we can get some information around here. But he's running from the cops, and the cops ran over him. That's crazy. And now doesn't look like the cops going to face any charges. This is Mississippi now. This is Mississippi. Show y'all some love. Yeah. Let's see. Boom. Gotta send that. Boom. Gotta send that. Boom. Gotta send that. Boom. Gotta send that. That's in that. Oh, I'm gonna send that too. How about that? Let's check out this story. Let's see. Hold on. Look where we at. Let's see. Is this a story? No, I didn't want this one. Let's refresh this one. Here we go.
17-year-old Kadarius Smith was run over by a Leland Police Department. Well-known attorney Ben Crump says 17-year-old Kadarius Smith was run over by a Leland Police Department cruiser and later died in an accident that could become as big as the shooting of Adarian Murray. Kadarius' father, Patrick Smith, has made a direct inquiry about his son's death, but outside of that, virtually nothing has been made public about the incident until today. This press release issued by Crump Law states Smith's death occurred in the early morning hours of Thursday, March 21st, when he was walking home with friends and the police cruiser began chasing him, according to a witness. The release also states, according to Smith's mother, he was run over from behind, leaving police cruiser tire marks on his back. At least 3 residents in the neighborhood tell the Delta News they were asleep.
They said literally ran over him. They said they had tire marks on his back. Just want to make sure I heard that right.
He was run over from behind, leaving police cruiser tire marks on his back. At least 3 residents in the neighborhood tell the Delta News they were asleep during the time the incident reportedly took place and were not aware of what happened until the days after. Leland Police Chief Jimmy Myrick told the Delta News the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is leading an investigation into this incident. None of the parties involved would speak with the Delta News on camera about this deadly incident. Attorney Crump's written statement reads, in part, "This tragedy should have never happened and the officers involved must be held accountable.
Damn
It
right.
is unconscionable that an officer would fatally run over a teenager who was running away from them." Crump is demanding the immediate termination of the officer and the release of unedited video footage of the incident. Crump says he and we all deserve answers as to how and why Smith was killed by an officer in what Crump calls, quote, such an inhumane way. Reporting in Leland, Jasmine Steverson, the Delta News.
This is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Y'all see it there, fam? Y'all see it. It is absolutely crazy. Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 gemstones commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. He walking home. Now, this is from a witness. If we're going off what the witness say, he was just walking home with friends and they began chasing him. So I'm still curious to know why they chasing him. Why wasn't the other friends? Was he up to something? I'm trying to see why did the police just chase the teenager? Make sure I get his name right. Was it Kadarius? Let me make sure I get his name right. Oh, make sure I get the name right. Make sure I get the name right, y'all. I had a friend similar, Kadarius. So Kadarius Smith. Let me see right here. There we go. Kadarius Smith. And I'm trying to see why did they jam him up? What was the point of jamming him up? A father was in his life. The mother, there's another story. Let me see. Hold on. There's another story, and then it's the mother. Oh, no, it's the same one. Hold on. Is this the one? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, here we go. His mom. Here we go. The heartbroken mother of Mississippi teen who died after he was run over by a police cruiser last week is mourning the milestone she'll never get to see her only son achieve. He's the only child. I never will have the chance and opportunity to see my son grow up and become the young man I always knew he was going to be. Katia Culver said Friday about her 17-year-old son, Kadarius Smith. Smith died after being ran over by a Leland police cruiser early March 21st, according to attorney Ben Crump, who was representing Culver, and the city attorney representing police. Let's see. The teen's death has been agonizing. He's supposed to graduate next year. Damn. So he's a junior. He was a junior. I'm not going to get the chance to see that. He was going to move to Georgia to start his life. I'll never see that. If he would have kids, I'll never get the chance to see that. I will never see anything. Nothing. Crump said that Smith died after a patrol vehicle began chasing the teen as he was running home after police were called to a house where he'd been. So he was at this house. Okay, now we're getting a little bit somewhere. He's at this house. Smith was hit from behind and had cruiser tire marks on his back. Colbert, who did not witness the incident, said a nurse told her 24-year-old daughter about the tire marks. Crump said the teen passed away at the hospital. Colbert said her son and her cousin were at the nearby home about 2 a.m. the day he died. Someone at the home called the police after asking Smith to leave amid a dispute. Oh, so now we're getting somewhere. So the young man, Smith, he got into it at a certain house. But whose house is this? Smith was on the porch when police arrived. When the police pulled up to the house, Kadarius took off running. He was running. He was running home, from what we understand. Crump said Friday that he's working to determine if there's a video of the incident. The attorney for Leland, a city of about 4,000 residents, about 115 miles northwest of Jackson, Mississippi, could not say if there was any video and did not know if Leland police have dash cams or body cams. Crump called the action of the officer who ran over Smith, who was unarmed, unconscionable, and said that he and the covert hoped the officer is terminated. The officer has not been publicly identified. Why not? Crump also accused authorities of trying to sweep the teen's death under the rug, as if he was inferior, as if his life didn't matter. His life mattered, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. Josh Bogan, who is the city attorney for Leland, on Friday said the officer has been placed on paid leave. Why are you paying him? Paid leave. The city's police department has turned over the investigation to the Mississippi Highway Safety Patrol and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. A spokesperson with the State Department of Public Safety, which oversees the Highway Patrol and the Bureau of Investigation, said Friday that the Highway Safety Patrol's accident reconstruction team is assisting with the accident portion of the investigation. The Bureau of Investigation is not involved in this case. The agency spokesman said Bogan disputed Crump's account of how the events unfolded and said that the team was hit after a call was made to the police about an assault taking place in the home where the teen had been. So they're saying that Kadarius, the 17-year-old that got ran over, he got into a fight with somebody at somebody's home. There was a patrol vehicle that ran over the young man. As to whether he ran over his back or what happened, that would be determined in the investigation. Calling the situation an accident. So the police saying it's an accident. The attorney Crump is saying it was intentional. The idea that the police officer purposely ran over the alleged victim is a complete absurdity. Officials with the police department and the Department of Public Safety did not provide any documents or reports about the incident this week. The county coroner's office, which determines the cause and manner of death, did not respond to multiple calls. Smith, a junior in high school, had plans to move to Georgia with his sister and get into real estate after high school graduation. She said the death of her smart, outspoken, and independent son has been unfathomable. I wouldn't even wish that pain on no one, Covert said. It's a pain when you lose your mom or a dad or a sister or a brother, but when you lose a child, your only son, Covert said, unable to finish through her tears. Why? Oh, why? Put this picture up for a little while. Let's see. There you go, right there. I'm just trying to understand. Why they had to run him over. Now, see, there's a lot of things going on now. If he got into a fight, first off, whose house was he at? He must have known the person if he's getting to a house. They said he wasn't breaking and entering. He wasn't breaking and entering, so it wasn't that he wasn't trespassing. So whoever house he was in, he was he had to know somebody. He had to know that person, and they called the cops on him. So a fight, a dispute does not warrant a cop running over a teenager. And my thing is, how in the hell does a cop not know he's getting closer to the subject? If the subject is running, the average human being runs what, 15 miles an hour, 13, something like that. So 13 miles an hour is not that fast. So in order for you to run over him, you have to be going fast. However fast he was running, let's say 17, 17 miles an hour, you would have to go at least way faster than that to actually knock him off and kill him. So my thing is, This officer needs to go, whether it was an accident or if it was intentional. The police officer cannot drive. He shouldn't be on the road if he can't even identify a human. If he can't identify himself in the car getting too close to an object or the subject they're chasing. At what point did the officer say to myself, "Oh, you know what? I'm getting a little bit too close to this young man. Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to slow down." He needs to go. Running over the man, I just don't want to see what would be the purpose of running over him. An accident? How do you accidentally run over somebody if you were called out there? They were called out there to go get him, and they got him. An accident is when, you make a sharp turn. You make a sharp turn, and like at nighttime, I ain't gonna lie, I almost hit a couple people. Your boy almost hit a couple people because they had very dark clothing, and where I was at, there ain't no street lights. So you know how you look this way, make sure the cars are clear. You look this way, you look this way. Your main focus is here, but you're making sure no cars are turning in. So you don't as they're coming in, you got cars coming into where I'm leaving. You got cars coming this way, and you got cars going that way. But you also got people walking. So as I'm looking this way, I'm about to turn. This man was right here, and I almost hit him because he's wearing all black and it's nighttime. That's an accident. But when somebody calls you to the scene of the crime, you are aware of what's going on. They gave you a description of what he looks like, and you went and pursued him. Cool. If there is a fight that's breaking out and you went over there to do your job as a cop, that's fine. But when you begin to run over people, when you begin to do things that's out of the ordinary, and they said they ran over the boy so bad, he's under the car. The cops need to be fired. Why is he getting a paid leave? That's another point. Why is he getting a paid leave? You shouldn't get no pay. A human being was under your car. A human being was under your car. Why do you need to get paid? You should not be getting paid if a human being's under your damn car. Is it racism? They won't show the cop. They won't show what he look like. This story is going to unfold, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how this is going to play out. Even if it's an accident, you still have to get off the force because it's called training. Police go through training. Training. The mother, she's just devastated. She said she was crying so much that she couldn't even finish her damn sentence. Let me tell y'all something. I don't have any kids, and I'm just so skeptical about bringing kids into this messed up ass world. People come, people go. Every day I wake up humble. Even before I do these lives, I pray, Lord, give my mind right. Let me be the best man I can be. Give me this good energy so I could push it off into the world. Give me this good energy so I can maybe change somebody's perspective about life and give them the tools to manage through the jungles. This is a jungle. This is hell on earth. There's a lot of sick people in this world. A lot of demon. Y'all know, those of you that have been rocking with me, you know how I rock. I keep it with me. Now, there's no power in this. Power is inside of me. Power is in Jesus. Power is in God. But hearing this mother's pain, I can imagine losing a child or losing a mom, losing family. When somebody in your family passes away, it's a realization that your family's getting smaller. All your loved ones are becoming memories. And that's a hard thing to grasp with a lot of people. When you leave here, when your family leaves here, your friends leave here, it's a realization these people were the people that cheered you on. These people are the ones that you bonded with. These people are the ones that you care for, and they care for you, and they're missing. That's what that's saying. When somebody that you really love, when they die, a part of you dies with them, because Like, where they going? There's no more dinners with your fam. There's no more laughter. And she went into great detail. She said, I'll never get to see my baby again. Like, they're gone. They are gone. So that's why I don't get too caught up in this world. I know we gotta get prepared for the next. It's just so crazy hearing that mother, not hearing it, but reading, imagining how that mother must feel through the reading and what she's going through, because this is just crazy. 17. And they say he was a good kid. Now, a lot of us, we know in the Black community, our kids be acting up, just like all other kids in communities. And whether they get charged for a crime or something happens to our family member, we always trying to paint a picture like they were good. We try to project to the world they were decent. But 17, if you know, that is very, very young. 17, and then he planned to move to Georgia. And just based on what his relatives are saying, he was a good kid. You know, kids do crazy stuff, but that doesn't warrant him getting ran over by a cop. Whether it's an accident or intentional, the cop need to get off the force immediately. You can't tell if you're about to run over somebody. You can't tell that the subject that you're chasing is getting too close to the vehicle. You didn't feel the body under your damn car. Tire marks on his back. Evidence that he was ran over. Now, I don't know if the cop was by himself. I don't know if the cop had a partner. His ass need to be off force. There is no incentive to get some act right. There's no incentive for him to change his ways. If this officer don't get off the force, then there's no incentive to change bad behavior. It's beyond bad. This is a catastrophic behavior. He's incompetent. The cop is incompetent, whereas an accident or not is incompetent. And I'm still not understanding why is he getting paid. You just ran over somebody. Do y'all know that if you are just late from work one too many times, just late for work, you didn't kill nobody, you didn't harm nobody. If you are late from work, if you were late from work, I mean, late to work, more than the expectations of that company. Say the expectations say you can't be late more than 3 times within a month, and you're late 4 times. This is what they do. They don't get you a write-up. There's disciplinary actions. You do it again, you catch 2 more, they're gonna send you home without leave. You're gonna get, it's called suspension. And this is a job, and you didn't kill nobody, you didn't run over nobody, you were just late. You didn't harm nobody, you didn't stab nobody, you didn't R-word nobody, you didn't essay nobody. You just were late to work, and then your ass, they will lay down the hammer on your punk ass and tell you you are suspended. And when you're suspended, most of these corporations, you will get your ass up out of there without any pay. So in my personal book, in order to be great, we got to make great decisions. And this was not a great decision on the cop's behalf. You can't tell when you're about to run over somebody. You got this big ass windshield. You got all this windshield, and you can't tell if you're about to run over somebody. Get his ass up out of there. Get that cop ass out of there. And these cops, that's why he said unedited. What they're doing, they're editing the dash cams and the body cams. They are editing the dash cam and the body cams. Think about that. A lot of states, they send their body cams to a place to where they can't even is out of the police department's hands. They send it to like another agency that's in control of all the footage. I guess it's too much work for the police department. So all the footage, it gets sent to another agency, and they're in control, and it's up to them. It's up to the agency if they want to release the dash cam or body cam footages. It's up to them. It's up to that agency. So the footage of Kadarius Smith, the footage of him getting ran over, whether it's on the dash cam on a police car or the body cam, God knows where it's at. If they, even if they do bring it to it, they're going to have some special intelligent people that can break down the footage and determine if the footage has been tampered with. How do you accidentally run over somebody that you're pursuing? You were called there to pursue him. So you are aware of the situation. You are absolutely aware of the situation. Absolutely aware. You see, he has hair. I don't know if it was tied up. He black, long dreadlocks, and you're chasing him. And how fast do you have to go? So they must be going fast. They're trying to kill this boy. You can't sit there and tell me they wasn't trying to kill this boy. You cannot sit there and tell me these police officers weren't trying to kill this boy. Because here's the thing: when you're in a police cruiser is not that big. The police cruiser, you're sitting lower than the subject. So when the subject is running away from you, you see his black ass running, his legs, but the car, you probably come up to his waist, or at best his shoulders. So let's say you come right below his chest. Let's say the chest area, halfway. The height of the police cruiser, the top of the police cruiser, the police cruiser car, the top of it reaches his chest, which means the object is bigger than you. It stands taller, vertical. It stands vertical. It stands vertical. So you in a police car. In other words, this is a police car. This is him running. He's running away. How in the hell the police car can't see the subject? You say he's about 5'10". The police cruiser's what, about 4 foot something? This boy got at least a foot on you, and you got a wide windshield. How in the hell you not know that you're getting too close to the subject that you're chasing? I thought the police were supposed to get up on him and hop out the car, or tell them free that they start running. They start running off. And first off, before they even, now that I do see them chasing with cars, but usually I thought the cops were supposed to get on foot when they saw him running. I thought, like I said, I don't know if the police officer was by himself. I don't think he was by himself, but let's see if he's by himself. They say officers or officer. Let's see. I'm trying to see how many police officers. Now, if it was just one, maybe I can see why he hopped in the car and chased. It just say patrol car vehicle. So they trying to keep everything hush hush. Let me see. Oh, it says officer. So it was just one. Okay, it was one. It was just one officer. So I guess I don't know. Like I said, age play a factor. How old was this officer? Ain't nobody trying to run. If you after a certain age, you ain't trying to run, man. You ain't trying to run, man. So, but at the same time, I thought they're supposed to get out their car and go chase this dude, or call for backup. Why didn't he call for backup? You know, if he felt he couldn't get the dude, you know, you call for backup and have a surrounding area, have that area surrounded. But then again, it's a very small town. How many police they had? They probably don't have many police. There's a lot of factors that are in play. One factor, the age. If the officer's a certain age, he ain't running. How many officers are? How many officers does this county have? How many officers does the county have? There's a lot of things that go into place. Age, how many officers, experience, competence. There's a lot of things that go into play. But I've never seen somebody get ran over that wasn't intentional. How do you run over somebody and you're a trained police officer? I don't understand that. So that's in my book. and it's Mississippi. Now, I'm not trying to, what's that big word everybody be using? Stereotypical. I ain't trying to be stereotypical because everybody know down south. I'm out here in Dallas. Shout out Dallas. Out here in the south, I got people in New Orleans. Shout out New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. I ain't trying to be stereotypical, but Mississippi has a history of not liking black folk. They got a long history of not liking black folk. Then again, I don't know what the ethnicity is of the officer. They're protecting him. They are protecting this officer. Hey, and why are they protecting the officer? Could it be because they're shorthanded? They need all the officers they can get. Racism. The officers are a gang. Officers are a gang. Cops are a gang. So they're gonna look after each other. This is why his ass, after running over somebody, he's still getting paid. People get suspended without pay for far less. But this is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about this 17-year-old native of Mississippi, 17-year-old boy getting ran over by the police with tire tracks on his back? Do y'all believe it was an accident or was it intentional? 250 capital G. Thank y'all for tuning in to the live. I'm gone.